tuning into WAGS Unfiltered. I'm Tosh, your host, aka the Regina George of Sports Gossip. And today I have a special guest with me, Hencha Voigt.
Hey, you guys. Hi, Regina. I'm so happy to be on here. I
I'm
feel like I haven't been talking about WAGs and the WAGs world for a while, but I'm excited. Let's gossip it.
I know. Let's start from the beginning. So, first, how did you even get into dating athletes at all? Like, what made you even find interest in them?
Well, I didn't start dating athlete. I'm an athlete myself. Like
Oh, yes,
I
I can
played
tell.
basketball in college and high school. I danced ballet for 18 years. I'm built like an athlete. Like
Yeah,
people stop me and are like, "Hey, are you a professional tennis player or basketball player or boxer, whatever?" Like
right.
I'm like a born athlete. So when you go to an athletic school, I went to college at St. John's, and during the year I went, we had one of the best basketball teams. Um, so I was playing basketball for St. John's for
They naturally gravitate.
for one season. I quit because it's a choice, like it's a life choice. It's either you play sports or you do whatever else you're doing in life. Like when you're playing college sports, you have to dedicate all your time in your life to it. So I quit. I didn't want to be in it. So since then, like I attracted athletes. You kind of attract what you are. That,
Mm-hmm.
that I believe uh that greatly. And also I live in Miami, like
Uh,
LA, Miami, New York, Atlanta. You'll go to the supermarket. You'll go to, if you live in a good neighborhood or a prominent neighborhood, which I do in Miami and in LA, you'll go anywhere like supermarket, you go to a gas station. Them niggas be pulling up. Like,
right,
and
right.
if you're single and if the vibe is right when somebody hollers at you and if he hollers at you, I like a gentleman. I like
Right.
somebody to like kiss my ass when they meet me.
Right.
I
Florida
don't like
niggas, they
no
be
shoddy.
catcalling you. The Florida niggas, I cannot. Girl,
I
I'm
don't like
from Florida. I
I
can't
don't like to
stand
meet
it.
you and then you bring the hood out of you right when I meet you. I like to be like, oh, this nigga's gonna wine and dine me when I
Right.
meet him. So like if I'm somewhere, like I lived in a poppin' city where like athletes are generated from
Right.
Miami. All the
Right.
colleges in Miami, birth athletes,
Right.
um it's Miami.
Right. Right.
So whenever they saw me, they would be like, "Yo, like," they'll holler, and if the vibe was right, I'll be like, "All right, cool."
Okay.
Like if you can take me out,
Right.
I'm a
Okay. So then you been already starting to date athletes. At what age did you start dating athletes?
I
Like
moved to the
professional.
United States. I'm from Haiti. I'm Haitian. I moved to the
I'm
United States.
Jamaican girl.
Yes, island girls do it best.
Period.
Period. And that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Okay.
um, I moved to America when I was 17. So
Mhm.
I was very sheltered at that age. I wasn't into no athletes. I was like a family girl, like wanted a regular college boy, like that what my mom taught me. And then I
Did
had a
you
fake
grow up in
ID.
a church family? Because that's kind of
No,
how
no, no.
I
Yeah, my mom is very religious, but I wasn't like forced to
Uh-huh.
you have to pray, we're going to church. No, I wasn't forced. It was a choice. Like
Right.
they always gave me a choice in my family. But like living in Miami, having a fake ID, going to the club and stuff, you meet people and everybody's out. Like you meet
Right.
like LeBron James, you'll meet like people are out, like I'm
Right.
not saying I met LeBron James, he's married.
Yeah.
Don't get
Yeah.
it fucked up. But I mean like the level of people you'll
Uh-huh.
meet, like especially if you're a pretty girl and you know people, like depending on what parties you will go to, the
Right.
levels of party. Like
Right.
I'm from Miami, I grew up there, I have cousins there, I
I'm
have
from
friends.
Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah. Fort Lauderdale, Miami, the same thing. When you're from Miami, you're from everywhere in Miami,
Hmm.
everywhere, Fort Lauderdale, Broward County, everywhere.
Yeah.
So um promoters would invite me out. My girlfriends were already wags. The girls I was meeting, I was hanging out with older girls. Like
Right.
one of my best guy friends, he was a famous soccer player. I met him through one of my girlfriends, which was Miss Haiti in Haiti. Like that was her boyfriend, and we got close. And then he introduced me to a bunch of people. He introduced me to
Right.
my baby daddy. Like I just got very popular, not only I wasn't only dating
Was
like
this before you got on the show? Like how
yeah,
did
yeah, yeah, yeah. I wasn't only dating. I became like a franchise, like athletes just wanting to be my friend because all my friends were pretty and I was a vibe. Like you come around Hencha,
you're gonna have a good
you're
time?
gonna have a good time. And like I knew everything. Like whenever all the European athletes would come to America, like my best friend would be like, yo, can you take care of so and so? He's coming in. Can you rent him houses, rent him cars, and like
We
charge
make
him 200
money off of that
he would bring
too.
girls and stuff. So I became good friends to a lot of athletes, like their home girls, like James Harden. Like that's my friend. Like not sleeping, not on that
Yeah,
vibe.
just
Like they didn't even see
networking.
at me like that. They saw me as sis. Some of them liked me in the beginning, but when they saw what I brought to the table and what I can do for them and stuff, they started like seeing me as sis. So
Right.
like I grew my name, not my name, that part in the athlete world. Like people fuck
Mhm.
like she's a bad bitch, but she's like a nigga, like she's cool, like
Yeah.
it's cool. She
I
don't
can
bring no
actually
drama.
talk to her, like have a
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah, yeah,
On
yeah. And she
those-
got all good friends, like all her friends.
Yeah.
Like I have pretty friends. I have a lot of pretty friends. Not that I only hang out with pretty girls. Every girl's pretty to me, like
Yeah.
whatever. But like the kind of girls that they like, Miami, Atlanta, like all those
Hmm.
girls are around me. So
Right.
because I was also modeling, I was also acting and modeling. So like I would befriend all the girls I modeled with, and I did a
Right.
lot of music videos and all that. So we're all cool. So the guys were like, "What's the easiest way to get this girl that's in this music video that's hot right now?" Let me
Hmm.
hit up Hencha. Hencha, you know her? I was like, yo, that's my girl. I was just with her yesterday eating lunch. He's like, what? I'm flying to Miami tomorrow. You want to go to Vegas for the weekend? And I'll be like, okay,
Right.
what?
And it's so
They're like,
easy to
Hencha. They'd be like, Hencha, I'll pay you for your time. Just bring her. And then I'm like,
right.
all right, cool. What you want, Hencha? I want 10 grand. All right, cool. When you land, I'm gonna give you 10 grand. Give me my girl. Here's the room. We're gonna turn it up. I'm like, damn, like y'all niggas love me. Y'all niggas like these girls so
Right.
much.
And you just
Like
hitting licks.
yeah, I'm hitting licks, but they were my friends too. Some of them
Right.
like I wouldn't even accept money from and stuff because um
You
they were
just
actually
cared
my
about them
friends.
as
I knew
cool
their
people.
moms, I knew their parents, I knew their
Right.
kids. Like I would talk like they have baby mama problems. I
Right.
would like settle their baby mama problems, be friends with their wives and their baby mamas. And like if they're doing something wrong, I'll be like, yo, like stop, like your wife, like I'm cool with her. Don't bring me into that shit.
Yeah.
Or like, like I would settle their problems. I'm that kind
Right.
of girlfriend, like that you call when you're having problems with your wife, that I'm cool with your wife to him. I'll be like, yo, it wasn't like that. Like I bought the girls around and I'm
Right.
sorry. Like I shouldn't have done it. I'll take the fault. Like I was that kind of friend. So
Aw.
yeah, that's basically how I was in the athlete world till um I'm very
Getting
picky.
casted.
I know on the show they made me look crazy and thirsty. That was the narrative that
Hold
got
on.
them.
Hold on. I got them questions. Don't roll into it.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
roll
No,
into it.
like
So,
that meaning what I was gonna tell you. People think I only date athletes. I'm athlete thirsty, and it's not that. I'm very picky, and I
right.
choose who I want to be with, and
Right.
I'm just not impressed with any athlete or any man with money. That don't impress me. I grew up with money,
Right.
so it's different. Like
Girl,
my mom,
I've been watching the show. I
huh?
already know how mama was talking and
Yeah,
stuff.
my mom raised me. My mom went through shit that she didn't want me going through with men.
Right.
So she busted her ass so her kids could live right, have a nice life. So I don't have to deal with men like for money and stuff like that. So on the show they made me look crazy type of vibe that I was a money athlete girl, but they forced that upon me. They were like, that's the only role you have to play because you make the show like that. Like they wanted me to be the
Well,
Justin.
how did you first get casted for the show?
Yeah, so basically I got casted for the show. Like I told you, I was modeling.
Mhm.
Um, I did. I was on Ballers, like the show. I've been on in a lot. I did a
I
lot of
get it.
commercials. I did a commercial for J Lo. I did a commercial for Malibu Rum. I did a back in the day. Video girls used to get paid like 10, 13 years ago. I did
Oh,
videos.
she cut the camera off.
Oh, sorry.
You
I
good?
did videos when I was like 18 to 21. Like I used to get paid like 5 to 10 grand for each video. Like I was modeling and I was part of agencies. So one day, me and Matisha, we were part of the same agency. Matisha got a call. She was like, "Hey, do you know the show WAGS, the LA one?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, it's cool. Like I be watching it sometimes, but I don't really watch reality TV like that."
Right.
So she's like, they're doing a Miami one and they just called me. And then they asked me if I have a best friend dating an athlete. And then she was like, well, I do have a best friend. She's single,
Mhm.
but she knows every athlete in the game, like the top ones. They're her friends and stuff. And she be dating some, but it's not like that. But
Right.
is it okay? They're like, yeah, we want to meet her. We want to meet her. We want to meet her. And then I got casted. They flew down to meet me and they just fell in love. They fell in love with me more than they fell in love with her, which like they saw me as an asset
Right.
because she's kind of reserved. She's European, and then I'm very straightforward. I'm more island, spicy and stuff. And then I gave a heck of an interview. Like I
Right.
was like, yo, like I was calling all my homeboys on the phone and they were like, yo, those are like A-list athletes. How do you know? Would they be able to get on the show? I was like, I don't know if they'll be able to get on the show,
Mhm.
but um, or I would put their business and my business on like that.
Right.
But there's kind of guys that like me. I'm not dating them or in a relationship yet, but if I get serious with them, or him, I'll maybe bring him on the show. And then they were like, okay, cool, whatever. I was probably the only one that they were okay with that doesn't have a steady man. That they were
Mhm.
like, we love your
Because your
personality.
personality outshined
Yeah,
all
yeah,
of
yeah.
that.
We love
So,
your
so how did
personality.
it make you feel when they were they basically was like, we want you to have that role of a side piece, looking like a side
Sick.
piece or
I
a
was sick.
groupie, cleat
I was
chaser.
sick because I wasn't raised that way.
Right.
My mama's like, she's not married anymore because her husband's deceased. But I grew up in a household, not with my dad, but with my stepdad and my mom. Like they were people with money, with morals, they weren't religious like up to the top, but we went to church. We were good
Right.
people. I never had to like sleep on a couch for money or ask a man for money. Like I wasn't raised that way.
Right.
So the fact that they wanted me to portray that image, it made me sick because I knew I would like deceive or upset my parents and my mom and my brothers. I have four brothers. So I
You
knew
know they
like,
weren't gonna let you hear the end of that.
no, I
Yeah.
knew I would go against my life, the people
Right.
I love and stuff. But I was like, damn, it's entertainment. Like
Mhm.
this is really like I've been in the entertainment for a
Right.
while trying to come up. This is like a come up.
Right. And
So
outside
like,
of Kardashians, it was WAGS. Like I
yeah,
did
I mean,
not watch
I'm
that
cool.
network unless
Like
like you guys
like
were on
the
it.
Kardashians, when we were on the show, the Kardashians were always liking our pictures, always commenting on our pictures, always hitting it. They know who I am. They know who all of us are.
Right.
11 and make a wish. But yeah, they know who all of us are. Like I got a buzz. Like people worldwide know who I am. Now I have my business and like I can strive because of the show. But my image on the show makes it hard when I'm in a relationship
Right.
or if I get emotional or have problems with a person in real life, they'll be like, "Oh, I knew you was that type of person." And no, I'm human. I can get upset normally too.
Right.
But on the show, it was like constant.
Yeah, and then that rolls into my question where it was like, how did you feel like when Claudia was trying to in the I believe it was like the first or second episode, she basically tried to categorize you as a hoe, knowing her history.
I just felt like no hate to Claudia. Claudia, I seen her growth. I don't have no hate for nobody. I'm a
Right.
different person. I'm grounded. My spiritual journey changed. I grew so much like and I see her now she grew so much. I feel like the same way I was portrayed a certain way, the
Mhm.
show pushed her to like be that woman too. Like, oh, you're the one that's with the richest man on the show. So
So
you
you
have
got
to
to act like the golden
like,
way.
yeah, she's really a sweet girl in real life. She's kind of snooty too, but a lot of girls are like that. Like,
Mhm.
but that's like how she is. But she's not a bad person. She's a very sweet girl. But on the show, I guess when she came on, like the fact that they pushed it on her, she was playing her role, and she didn't know who I was. She probably thought I was some girl she could push like that and would go in my little shell and stuff like
Mhm.
that. Because a lot of girls are not like me, won't
Right.
defend themselves, will probably go in the little shelf. And also, like, don't you forget, I know everybody. I
Right.
know all the guys.
Mhm.
So the guys that got with you, I know them. Like
Mhm.
they have conversations with you, including an ex of mine. So it's like, if you're gonna push it there, I guess they chose their cast wisely because
Right.
they knew I would come for her and they knew she would come for me. Like they're
Yeah, they were
very
very
calculated.
strategic.
Yeah, because they need the show to,
Did you
they're
during the
not just gonna
casting,
choose
did you
you.
even tell them you had an issue with her at all?
Yeah, in the interview, they were like, "Do you know this cast member?" And I was like, "Yes, yes, no, no." And then I was like, when her name came, I was like, "Oh my god!" I was
Oh,
like, I did some crazy shit in front of her, and then they were like, "What?" I was like, My ex-boyfriend started messing with her, and then I went to his crib when she was there, and I
mhm.
keyed his car, so she was in the house for real. So she knows who I am because
Right.
he called the cops. He did all that crazy stuff. So when she sees me, she gonna be like, "Oh my god, that's the girl!" Like
Mhm. So it's
So
like she was already like, because they were on a yacht, and I could see that she was already like, "Girl, just
yeah, but
let
she
you
wasn't.
know."
She didn't think I was that outspoken. Like, not a lot of girls
Oh,
are outspoken
bitch! If
like
I saw you key in a car, bitch, I gotta know you outspoken.
yeah, but there's not a lot of girls that are like if you come for me, I'm gonna come for you. If you don't come for me, even if I know your business, I'm not gonna come for you like that.
Right.
But the show pushed you to come for each other because they basically told you if you don't come for each other, there's no show and we're gonna get cut off.
Okay. Got
So basically, if you don't act crazy or do what we say, you ain't gonna have a job no more.
it.
So or
Okay.
that opportunity. So we had to do what we had to do. And then I guess Claudia didn't feel like she had to do it because she had another sort of income. She had the guy. So
Okay.
she didn't really have to do it. And he put pressure on her to quit too. Like the men really didn't like the show because their dirts were coming out. So
Oh yeah, you already know. So did
yeah.
y'all since drop that beef?
Yeah, it was never real beef like that. All the show beef is always show beef. If
Right.
you're the type of person that's gonna get out of a show and then bring show beef to real life, you're lame because it's like it's all created drama for one drama.
Okay.
Like I got a real life. I got a child. I got a business. I got stuff the same way you got stuff. Like it's no hate. If I'm gonna take my energy and put the hate I had in the show for you in real life,
Right.
I'm
You're not
nonsense
wrong with
because I got real shit, real people problem, and I'm gonna focus about a show out of in my real life. It's a joke. I
right.
got stuff to
So
handle.
when she did that apology, do you feel like it was sincere? Remember when you like actually broke down crying on the show and she was
I
saying
don't
you didn't know?
I don't know if it was sincere because we were on the show.
Mm,
Anything on the show, you never know if it's sincere or not because it's in the
right.
moment. There's alcohol, there's drinks, there's just us like, oh, I fought with her the last episode. I don't want to fight again this episode. Let me just like the beef or whatever.
Mhm.
But what I can say is that she got her own life, I got my own life out of TV, and like we we're not friends like that. It wasn't that serious. I've
Okay.
hung out with Astrid a couple of times after the show. People think I hate her. She's good friends with Darnell. Darnell invite Astrid and invite me at the same time, and we always turn up and have fun. Like on, we don't even post. Like it's like out of the show, we bond. It's when the cameras are on, when they put the pressure on us that the drama would come. Like
Oh,
like oh, she said your whole is high school. It's like
right.
when you get out of it, you're like, oh my god, like people actually sell their souls for these shows.
So let's talk Matisha. How did you feel that she was still trying to be friends with Nicole, knowing that she like still had those feelings with Larry, and then Nicole stole him from her? Like, what? How were you feeling on as a friend on your end?
About that situation, what again was shown on the show wasn't what was really happening.
Oh,
Like they didn't show like how close all of them were, like how like wait baby wait I'm speaking, like they didn't show a lot of stuff that was really going on in their life. Nesha, okay, it's open. Christophan, vin prene chambre. Like yeah, they didn't show a lot of stuff that was really going behind the scenes in their
right.
life. I'm not a person to get into people's relationships or people's personal life, even if you're my sister, my mom, or whatever, because I don't like when people get into my personal life, especially relationship stuff or
Mhm.
relationship triangles or whatever.
Right.
um all I can say is that I really didn't, I'm a Scorpio and Nicole's a Scorpio. I really didn't agree with her being cool with Nicole because once a woman takes your man or messes with your man, no matter what the circumstances, no matter if it's good or bad. She's the ops. So
Right.
I never really wanted her to be cool
Right.
with the girl or whatever because it'll hurt you more. But Mitisha is such a sweet person and she has such a good heart and she sees the good in everything and everybody and she doesn't like drama.
Right.
So she rather settle situations without having drama than like just like being like, I don't fuck with you and don't look my way and we good. I'm like that. I'll be like, I don't fuck with you, but I ain't got no problems with you. But I
But
won't
we ain't finna kick
be
it.
in front of Kiki ever again.
Yeah.
Mitisha, um, I'm not saying she'll kiki, but she'll forgive you
Mm-hmm.
easy. I have a problem with forgiving people. So
Yeah.
she's a very nice, sweet girl.
Right.
But
Okay.
I wasn't all for it. You saw I was ready to like have my
Yeah, when I saw you and Darnell was like, girl, like you out of your damn mind.
don't
I
you
couldn't have
never
did
have to
it either.
stoop that low, whatever. Like you can just walk away, but you ain't gotta be cool with nobody. Like
Right.
you got your heart broken.
Cause this
Like
girl, I said, not this girl coming down to Miami to glow
yeah,
up
and
this marriage.
she wrote Matisha emails telling her man's cheating on her. Like this girl don't fuck with you. She wants your man. And Matisha sees it as like the guy, he made a mistake, but she knew that you had a man. She knew that you were in a relationship with this man.
Was Larry Matisha's guy first?
Yeah. Larry's with
Oh,
when I met Matisha, she was with Larry. So
okay.
yeah.
And she basically got backdoored. So you and
Yeah.
Matisha
He
are still
cheated on
friends?
Matisha with Nick. Well, we for since the show ended,
Mhm.
we weren't. I'm not saying I'll always love her. She's like my sister. Out of the show, we had a relationship, a real relationship. A lot of girls came on the show, and then they became friends on the show.
Mhm.
Me and Matisha were real friends. The show separated us. I
Mhm.
guess it brought a lot of drama, as you can see. She didn't like the way like the show was pushing me to talk about her business, and then I spoke her business because I had no choice. They were telling me, but I told her they were telling me. She knows how the game goes. Like
Mhm.
she knew what they were making me do. And then she started fighting with Darnell. And then I just didn't want to get in between it.
Yeah.
I really like Darnell. Darnell's like my soul sister. Yeah, we met on the show, but like sometimes you meet people and it's like people, your souls known each other for a long time. That's me and Darnell.
Right.
These days, like I'm really cool with Darnell. Darnell fly out for my birthday. Anytime I need Darnell, she's there for me. No matter if she has a husband,
I
a
could
daughter.
tell from the show her heart was so
Yeah,
good.
Darnell is like exquisite. Like she's the type of person. If I ever have a problem in life and I have to leave, and I would leave my kid with her. That's how much like she's a good person, and I trust her, and her spirit is just impeccable. Like anybody that's cool with Darnell will tell you. Like
You could tell through
that
that
as
show.
chick.
I almost
I
cried
tell
today.
her if I call her and tell her, yo, somebody did me wrong, but I have to tell her the truth. I can't be like, oh, they just did me wrong. Like, I tell her
Mhm.
she'll have my back fully. She'll be like, come on, let's go.
Yeah,
Like,
she looked like she's a good voice of reason, but she'll
yeah,
still
she
be like,
tells her
"Okay, sis, I
fuck
got your
shit up.
back, but you know this was
Yeah,
fucked up, right?"
she'll fuck shit up if she has to, but she knows how to mediate. She's a good person. She's a
Mhm.
good person,
Right.
a good sister, a good daughter. She's just a good person. Like good person. People come into your life, you don't know why last minute, but they end up being family. That's Darnell. So I felt like I'm not the type of girl or the type of friend to make you choose on friends, especially Darnell never did anything to her. If Darnell did something really, really bad to her, like steal her man or something like that, then I would have to stand with Metisha because that's fucked up. But it was really like catty stuff, like girl problems. Why do I have to get in between and I have to make a choice between friends if it's not that serious?
Uh-huh.
Like I like both of you guys. Yeah, mind you, the other one was here longer, but like this one came in my life too, and you guys are both
And she
Pisces.
came in, and she probably came in with a good impact. People like to put time on things.
Yeah, in
I
my
feel
life,
like
I was
it
very
doesn't matter.
troubled around the show,
Right.
and Darnell like saw herself in me. That's how she said she was when she was younger. So she helped me a lot with growth and changing and just being less impulsive and being less angry at my traumas and just healing and like just seeing her growth helped me grow too.
Right.
So like that's why I couldn't choose. I was like Darnell's
Oh,
ads.
Matisha tried to make you pick between friends,
Well,
like
she didn't
between
say
friends.
it like pick, But it was just, oh, you hanging with her now. So if you hanging with her now, she called me less. She she just called me less. She just contacted me
And
less.
what made her feel like you guys couldn't be on the same level anymore because you were hanging out with Darnell? Was it because of the situation
I
where
think
he was
because
dealing
of,
with the guy Darnell?
yeah, I think that was it.
Uh-huh.
It was too messy, you know?
Do you
It was
feel
just
like
too messy. And if they were friends too, Matisha and Darnell was friends. If that's your friend and you know you were with her man, you need to tell her and not cause drama and be like, oh, that's the guy I used to be with. And cool, it's dead. Like I'm not with him anymore. I got my own life. I've been with like guys after him or
right,
whatever. But if that's your friend, you need to tell her that's where the drama bought. And it's not me that bought it. The show already knew about it. So they
right,
just needed bait to pop it out there.
right.
And I was the perfect person because I'm the middle person. I didn't want to make it look bad, but they made it look like I turned on Michi or whatever. That wasn't it. Everybody knew what's up.
No, what made it bad for her is when she went to tell Faven. That's when it started to look like, okay,
Yeah.
bitch, like now you just running around telling everybody
Yeah, but
everything.
she was so
It,
pressured also by the
uh-huh.
show telling her, you have to tell. Like she's a very reserved person, like I tell you.
She's
So
not confrontational.
she's not confrontational. So they forced us to do certain stuff. I can't say forced, but like we say, the opportunity was very, very, very good. So each of us, we wanted it so bad. So we're like, all right, cool. It's not gonna be that bad, but it impacted our health, like our mental health. Like it messed up friendships, it hurt people. Like you gotta be a different built person to be able to be cool with being on a reality show, unless you an executive producer that can like set up your own story and have limits on how you can look, like, you know, like
Right.
we were working for bigger people. So they if they wanted to make us look like monkeys, they had the right to make us look like monkeys. If they wanted to make us look like thirsty, they had the right to make us look like thirsty. Like this conversation right here, me and you are having is very amicable. If they want to make it look like we're arguing, they can make it look like we're arguing. It's
Fix
just
it like
TV.
that.
That's entertainment. That's what the world likes. So people shouldn't take TV too serious.
Right.
Like we're humans, we're getting paid for a job, an opportunity. We take it if it's good for us, but it comes with a price, you
Right.
know?
So rolling back into the show, um, Astrid, she had invited you guys out to a baseball game. I think it was a Marlins game. Do you feel like he was wrong for flirting with AJ Ramos? I think that's how you say his
He
name.
ain't even my type. They just in the beginning, like I told you, the whole show was like to put all the single women against each other,
Yeah.
whatever. They told us the situation before we got there. They've been talking about that. There's a guy that I didn't even AJ's friend was my type, Gian Carlos. That's the one I was like, if I go after
Did
one,
they
I'm
show
going
him
for
on
big
there?
fish. Huh?
Did they show him on there, his
Yeah,
friend?
but he's such a big player.
Oh,
They choose the lower class players. The
uh-huh.
lower class players always want to film because they ain't got buzz like that, so they feel like they'll get buzz. So they like that ain't even my type. I like the big fish, you know. So it's like when they told us like, oh, Ashley talk shit about you, like they always put me and Ashley against each other, and the
You mean
goal,
Astrid?
yeah, Astrid against each other. And the goal was to always like for them, since it's a WAG show, to always steal each other's athletes or be jealous of each other. Because in reality, like I don't have no men problems. Every
Right,
time I date a man, he wants to be in a relationship with me.
right,
Like I'm not thirsty. I'm the most unthirsty woman. I'm the most unmoney. I get money. I've been getting
right,
money. My parents had money. I get money on my own. Like I've never needed a man for stuff, but that's the image they wanted us to look like. Even Astrid. Astrid's parents have money. Astrid comes from money. So
right.
it's not like she ever needed a man's money, but we were the single ones. So we had to get it harder. We had the toughest.
Because of the hierarchy that they
Yeah,
wanted
they
to
wanted
put.
to make it seem like that. But the AJ thing, it was basically we were all in the situation. We were the single ones, and AJ came up to both of us. AJ ain't she ain't dating him like that. That wasn't his girlfriend for real,
Mhm.
whatever. So
She
we were
just
just
was
making
crushing.
the show a show, you know.
Hmm.
We're at a baseball game. It's crazy. Like you never we were at their personal practice. So it's like you nobody gets to do that unless you're a wife or something. So we were just vibing. We had a whole suite. We did the batter up stuff. Like I it was an experience for both of us. We met all the athletes. They were coming up. I was like, damn, why'd they choose him for me? And I should to fight against because he ain't even my type, you know?
Right.
I don't even like Spanish men like that. And short, like I like me some
Yeah,
tall,
he didn't look like he was
black. I like black guys.
right.
I'm
So,
sorry. Yeah. Black, I like a black man.
so my next question is, do you feel like you were wrong for how you tried to speak to Vanessa about the
Yeah.
situation with her man?
Yeah.
You handled, you
You
feel
know
like
why? They pushed me again to say this. When I got casted, I told them I knew Vanessa's man, but they were like, "Oh, we're not gonna make it seem like you know him. You gotta always say you heard." And
Mhm.
then Vanessa's a very sweet girl, like so nice,
Uh-huh.
unproblematic. She came on the show thinking it's gonna help her for her
Business, huh?
real estate business stuff that she was gonna grow. And then of course they had to throw me out as bait. And of course I was young, I was stupid. I'm doing it for money, for
How
fame.
old were you on the show?
2016, I was like 26,
Okay. Yeah.
27, like, so like I didn't want, I've known about Vanessa's man since the beginning of the show.
Right.
When we got casted, I told you, they told me who they are, who their husbands are, and I was like, oh shit,
Mm-hmm.
why? That's why they're casting me, because I know a lot. They know, they're very calculated. They're like, oh, this
Oh,
girl
they're
knows a lot.
married now.
They are.
No, I don't know. I was asking you. I
I don't
thought
know. When it's your baby daddy, it's like it's your husband.
that
That's
is,
what
yeah.
I have a baby daddy now, so sometimes I'm with him. I'm no longer with him, but when I was with him,
Oh,
we're
don't
together.
tell us that part yet. We can.
Okay. So yeah, like I regret being mean to her. I'm not saying it
Do you feel
mean.
like you were being mean?
That's mean. If somebody comes and tells me about my man like that,
Right.
that's mean. You could have pulled me on the side, but it's a show again. Everything has to be on camera. There ain't no
Right.
pulling on the side to tell you, hey, I'm gonna talk about your man. It's a show.
Right.
We didn't sign up for that. We signed up to be blunt, to drink alcohol and tell it what it is, and then fight later on and then make up. That's what shows are about.
Right.
So, like, to this day, I do feel bad because she didn't deserve it like that. But then she ended up staying with him. So I
Right.
guess it didn't matter. I'm
Okay.
just happy that I didn't ruin a happy family, because those kids, I didn't have kids before. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
have a kid before. So I was very like, I don't give a fuck. I'll do anything. Now, like, that I have a daughter, I would never want somebody to do that to me. Like, I put myself in her shoes, and yeah, I feel bad.
Oh,
And I always pray about it. I prayed about it. I'm grown now, but
uh-huh.
I prayed about it. I was like, God forgive me, and I got my karma for it. I
Yeah.
got a couple fuck boys after that did the same shit to me.
Right.
So I got my karma for it, and I understand her. Like, that was out of place. That was out of pocket. But
Right.
then again, the show pushed me to do it. They
Mm.
had that image, and I did it. I was very vulnerable to the show. I just wanted to make it a good show. I never got that
And
opportunity.
probably create a
He
new
didn't want to
one.
get cut. That's why everybody was like, we have to make it a good show.
Mhm. What really happened in Croatia, right? Croatia. What
Croatia.
really happened in Croatia between you and Astrid and the whole Twitter beef? Now, listen, before I started blogging, the original blogger, he had told me like something. I don't know if he said he was the reason, but it was something going on that started
I
this
think he
whole.
was the reason. I don't remember exactly what it is,
Huh.
because we were inhaling alcohol, like we were all intoxicated to the max. You have to understand, these show, they treat us like princesses, basically. Nene, I'm doing an interview. They treat us like princesses. They put
Huh.
us in the best hotels. They bring us to the best restaurants. They treat us like
They
we're
paid
the
for all the
product.
trips and stuff, right?
Hey, they put you on Nisha, hello.
I'm still here.
Oh, okay, she's driving me nuts. um um they pay for first class trips for you. They put you in the best hotel. They put a bar around you if it's in your room. They put like champagne. They treated us like A1. So this whole show, filming this whole show, I felt like I was working, but I was on a vacation. I
Right.
don't even drink like that, but
Right.
the whole show, all of us were drinking because it's food, alcohol.
It's
That's
free.
it. Food and alcohol everywhere. You go to the best restaurant, the best parties. Like, we're filming at the best events. We just had it really good. They really, 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 really spoiled us.
Right.
So in Croatia, we've never been to Croatia. Nobody really goes to Croatia.
That
Croatia's like
shit
Australia.
sounded like some
That's
bullshit.
like a luxury to go to Croatia.
Right. Is it
We
pretty?
can,
Because it sounded like some bullshit.
it's nice, but we went on a bad season. It's usually popping during the summer. They have
Oh.
yacht capital of the world, like one of them.
Okay.
So we went during a cold time to film, but it's beautiful. It's on a different island. Um, um, we went over there. We went to film. I forgot why we went. Why did we go? It
Y'all
was,
like picked some names out of a hat, and
but it
that's
was
where.
somebody's bachelorette or party. It was
Was
Ashley's
it?
last trip or something.
No, she went to y'all went to LA for her
I know,
bachelorette
but I
party.
forgot why we went to Croatia.
I
See,
don't
that's
feel like there
always
was
like
a real reason. Y'all just went
it
because
was always a
y'all
girl
felt
trip,
like y'all
basically.
needed it.
It was a girls trip.
Yeah.
So basically, we went to Croatia. We filmed. Everything was good. We saw it as a vacation. We never been there. We visited. We had a bomb ass time.
Right.
And then that night was the first night we went out to dinner. So when we go, I'm telling you, the tab's paid for. You want 600 bottle. You want $1,000 bottles. The show's gonna get it for us. So me and Darnell, like we were on our Henny thing back in the day.
Mhm.
So when we stopped filming, we were just on Henny, 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 Henny. Like we got drunk. We're out of town. We're bored. We're not with our men. Like we're on a girls trip. We run
Right.
the hotel. We're going back to the hotel. We're going to drink our asses to sleep. And
Yeah.
we're in a different time zone. We're in Croatia. It's like whole other day.
Right.
So it's like on top of that, we stopped filming. They knew what they were doing the show again. So
Mhm.
we got in the room. We were all chilling, like all girls, organically chilling. And then Astrid said something to Matisha, and then Matisha's very reserved. So they started fighting, and then I'm Matisha's friend. She said I didn't help her. I was very, very lit. Like I
Oh
was
yeah, bitch. When you close your fucking eyes, I know you about to turn
like,
up.
yeah, I was lit. Like I was like, I wasn't working anymore. I was
Yeah.
chilling,
You were
you know?
crawling under tables and everything.
Yeah.
You was lit.
So I ran back in there. Um, and then it just happened, and I was bleeding everywhere, everything like, you know.
Oh man.
So it just
Was it
happened.
way worse than what they showed on TV?
Yeah, it was how it looked on TV.
Okay.
But stop, Nisha, don't do that. She's trying to close the screen.
No,
Yeah.
ma'am. I'm trying to talk to mama.
So it was exactly how it was on TV.
Mhm.
Um, it was just that it was my break. It was my time off. We weren't supposed to be filming at
Mhm.
that time, and then the camera crew ran inside. They tricked us.
Aw.
So what's wrong? What's wrong? Why are you crying? What's wrong? Christophan?
Aw.
Christophan? I'm calling my nanny. We weren't supposed to be filming, like we were on our break, like we're filming in the morning. So they just caught us where we were slipping, being humans.
Yeah.
And then it ended up being a fight because I guess we were litter than Astrid. Astrid was on the phone with Claudia. They were talking shit, and then Matisha saw that. Matisha's a very loyal person
And I'm trying to remember like what even caused all that because you said Claudia was
because
saying shit on Twitter.
Claudia Astrid FaceTime Claudia, and then Astrid said something. I guess Claudia's son came on the phone, and then Astrid said something like, "This is the type of girls you don't date." So we were like, "Hold up, we're not even filming anymore. We're
Yeah,
regular.
I definitely
So why
didn't.
would you do that?" And then Matisha was like, "Yo, shut the fuck up," and she was like, "Yo, don't tell me shut the fuck up." And Matisha was like, "I'm tired of this whole like off camera, you know." And then the camera, there goes the cameras just popping up. We're like, "Hold up, I thought y'all people went to sleep too, you know."
Right.
Like it's like 3 a.m. right now.
Right.
So like yeah, and then I went outside and I was lit, and then she was like, "You want to help me?" And I was like, "For real, I didn't help her. Damn, I gotta go back and fuck shit up.
Right.
Show her that I can help her."
Right.
And then I realized that like, damn, if a friendship is that toxic that I feel like I gotta go beat up people for you, then it's a problem. So
I feel like if you run in your mouth, you got to be able to kind of back it up. If you, ain't- but Matisha probably didn't think Astrid was gonna put her hands on her
yeah,
either.
because Astrid be acting like she's pushy. She doesn't do these type of things and stuff like that. She's not that type of girl. So Matisha didn't know she was about that life. But
Yeah.
what anybody from Miami, skinny, not about that life, or calm everybody about that life if you're from Miami. Because
Right.
in Miami, people will step up to you and you have to defend
You just
yourself.
gotta pick it. They just pick and choose their battles. I feel.
Yeah,
Let's talk about the reunion for season one. Okay,
yeah.
am I tripping? But I felt like Tiki Barber was being very biased on the reunion.
Yeah. Like what? Like not taking sides?
No, biased to me, like I feel like he was more pro Claudia
Yeah,
and
because you heard what she said. You heard what she said that her husband played, her boyfriend played with him. So
oh,
yeah, like when the reunion started, she was like, "Yeah, my husband." I don't know who said that. I don't remember who said that their husband or their partner played with him. So
uh-huh.
like he has a certain respect for the men, you know. So he's like,
Mhm.
oh, like he doesn't. I didn't have a man,
Well,
so
yeah.
he I'm not saying he didn't have respect for me, but he like it's like I didn't have a man that would call him, oh, why did you talk to my wife like that? Why'd you embarrass us? Da, 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 da. So he was walking on eggshells too. Like he didn't want to get no phone call after. So he
Oh,
had to he had to be respectful to the people
because
that
honey,
he knew.
it already looked like they had the black girls on one side and then the
That's what it
white
made it
girls on,
seem.
huh?
That's what it was.
Yeah,
And
and
when
I was just like, what is going on, and why is he trying to act like? Even though you have a strong personality, I didn't like when he was like, you barely all you did was you were just talking, and he was like, Hencha, don't make me call security on you. And I'm like, bitch,
yeah,
that's
because
how black women talk. What are you talking about?
yeah, yeah,
That
that
shit
but
pissed
like
me off.
look at the type of women he marries. He marries white women or
Right.
people like he's the type of black guy that goes for white women, that doesn't really like the sisters like that, or
Hmm.
like support sisters. So it's normal for him to be that way. And I
Yeah.
have nothing against guys that like that's your preference.
Yeah.
If that's what you go for, that's what you go for. But at the same time,
Don't
when I was doing the
disrespect.
show, I
Yeah.
was very angry too. By the reunion, I was very angry because I had watched the whole show. I didn't like how they made it seem. I didn't like how the Claudias were making it seem. So on the reunion, I was ready to like justify. Like that was court for me. I was
Mhm.
gonna lay down everything right there.
And
Just
y'all
grab.
did.
Yeah,
Y'all did
that
it.
was
Y'all handled yourselves really well. And then even like Claudia saying to Darnell, like her and her kid gonna be out on the street and shit. I'm
yeah.
like, what the fuck going on around here?
Karma's a bitch. You don't tell people that. Like,
That was crazy.
yeah. So the reunion was court basically. So we
Right.
had to lay it all down.
And did she
We
and did Astrid really lie about the timeline of when you and your when she was messing around with your ex?
Yeah, the timeline was messed up, but she had to lie for her because at the end of the day, she's gonna go back home to that guy, and then he's gonna see it on TV, and then
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna be like, "Hold up." But you know what? It's their business. They do what
Right.
they have to do. I was getting paid to be there to talk. That she was getting paid to talk. That was a period of our lives. We all grew from it. I'm a mother now, just like them. So like, even if I got an opportunity to go back on TV, I would be a different person. People would see me in a different light because there's certain things that when you don't have kids, you'll do it. You go to the end of the earth to do what you got to do. But like now, like I have a daughter and like I have an image, I have a way I carry myself because I wouldn't like her to do it, you know.
Yeah, right.
So
So now rolling into season two, I remember on the show you were like, Faven hooked me up with a guy, but instead she chose to hook Astrid up with a guy because she felt like you weren't ready.
yeah,
How did
I,
that
I wasn't when Faven came in the group of friends. She was like a new wag, but Faven's hella cool. Faven's doesn't pick sides. Faven's very direct. Like now, Faven's my good friend since after the
like
show.
a good
Like
time?
Darnell and her, those are my soul sisters. Like
Right.
Faven threw my birthday party this year for me. Like you know, she's
Aw.
that type of friend. Faven's always there for her. For Faven, Darnell, angels. I love them. Faven came on the show. Faven was already prepared for the show. Like she had her own wags life. She didn't need to be cool with nobody. If nobody liked her, it's cool. Like she's good on her own.
Yeah.
Her husband is Haitian. We bonded that way because of that.
Oh,
She has African. She's
is she Eritrean?
she's Ethiopian.
Oh, okay.
So she has culture just like me. I'm Haitian. Haitians are from Africa, you know.
Mhm.
So um we saw the real our real selves in each other. Like we were like apart from the show and everything, we're still gonna be cool because it's like the show is gonna make her not like me because I'm single. When
Mhm.
she came on, they told her about me. They're like, oh, Hencha is the single one.
Uh-huh.
Astrid, like Astrid comes off as more of like when she comes, she's innocent and stuff. And I come up like I was younger. Like I really like On the show, I know everybody was pressed for me to get on a relationship, but I wasn't ready for no relationship. I'm a late bloomer, you
Mm-hmm.
know. I didn't want to be in a relationship. I was dating, I was having fun. I didn't
Right.
want to be locked down, anything. It's like, why do y'all want a relationship so bad for me that I don't want for myself? When I'm ready, I'll get into a relationship. Like now I'm ready. This is
Right.
why I've been living my life the way I'm living right now. Now I'm
Right.
prepared, like mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. I'm ready for a good man in my life. Before, like, no man would have taken me seriously. I was everywhere. I was loud. I was still angry at
So
certain
you feel
trauma.
like Faven was making sense, like, oh, you weren't ready at that time,
I
like you
wasn't
still have
ready.
fun.
I just didn't like the fact that they were making Astrid better than me when Astrid was going to the same period of
Yeah.
phase in
But
her life
that's
as
what was
me.
tripping me out, that Astrid and Claudia, they had this persona like, I'm just
Yeah,
the
because they
high
didn't want the
class.
world to judge them. They're the type of people that care about what people think of them. I'm
Right.
different. I don't care. Only people I care that think of me are the people that I love and
Right.
that really love me, like my man, my mom, my daughter, my family, my friends that are my real friends. Like that's the only time I care. But if you're a stranger, I I really have no emotion towards that. Like I don't care what you think of me. I'll be straight up. But if I love you, I'll care. Some
Right.
people are not like that. Some people care about what everybody thinks about them. Like and it really affects them. So
Right.
that's the type of people Claudia and Astrid are. Like
Right.
they have an image to maintain. I care about my reputation and my
But it's
image.
kind of like,
But
why don't you just own it if we're gonna be able to throw it in your face? My fam, like how I was raised, was like always tell everybody else about you so nobody else can tell
yeah,
people about you.
exactly. Always own your shit.
Yeah,
If
because
you own
that's
your shit,
because her shit
nobody
is
can own
right
it for you.
right there on Google. Like it was just out there, and she just couldn't admit to any of the things she did. And people, I feel like people would have respected her more had she been like, "Yeah, bitch, that's me. Like I did that." But it seemed like the
Yeah,
type of dude they were probably not Astrid, but Claudia, the type of guy she was with. It seemed like he wanted her to be cookie cutter and perfect. But that's, you know, good and damn well that's not how you met her.
yeah, exactly. But
Do a
that
lot
was
of athletes do that, where they know they met you as a bad bitch, but they want to somehow turn you into something else?
that's not athlete. That's men.
Oh,
That's men.
okay.
A man will meet you away, but he wants you for himself. He
Mhm.
doesn't want you out there like that anymore. So he'll switch it up. Now he wants you wholly. He
Oh.
wants you only being that bad bitch in bed with him. That's not
Mhm.
athlete. It's men. It's men with money. It's just the manipulation of a man in your life. And us women, if you love a man, you'll submit to him.
Oh, well,
So
of course.
that's just how it goes. I feel like So it's like basically that's it. Like
Right.
any woman, if she loves a man and he's treating her right and he's respecting her, will change her ways for him and become a good wife, a good loyal woman and stuff. We're all women were instilled with that in us. We're women. We were feminine. We were made to be wives and mothers and kind and loving. That's
Right.
our nature,
Right.
women, the woman race.
Right.
So yeah, I feel like that men, when they get with you, especially when they choose you as their partner, they're like,
Mhm.
okay, now I want to mold you because you mine. You ain't about to be in these streets like that anymore.
Right. You know what?
So
That makes sense.
yeah, it's
It's
normal.
just,
My
I
brother
just
he
don't
was
like when guys be too overbearing to where like you can't even hang out with your friends no more. Like, oh, I
yeah,
gotta
but
ask you.
that's you that has to put your foot down in the beginning because us as women in new relationships, we tend to forget our friends too and forget everything. So
Mhm.
it's like you
But the
show him
moment
that
he be
you
on
don't
your
care
ass,
about.
like breaking your heart, they want to call you. No, boo, don't call me.
Yeah,
Haven't
but
seen
like
you
that's
in
why you
months.
have to. You don't have to be out there like that when you're in a relationship. But if you have a set of friends that were your friends that are your bitches like that, whatever, you can still be cool with them. And if they're the wild type of friends, you got to explain to them that you have a man, you can't partake in certain activities, but you can go to lunch, you can talk on the phone. It's gonna be very limited because
Right,
you can't really be out there talking bopping. You're already taken, you
right,
know.
right,
So it's like your boyfriend or your man's not gonna like that. So
right.
I gotta limit my friendship with you, but we still can fuck with each other. It's like we still friends. Friends are supposed to like you can not talk to your friend for a year and talk to him and still be friends. Like.
Right.
Like I believe in that. Like if I'm your friend for real, I can spend like 5 years not seeing you and then seeing you and be like,
And then
yo,
it's like it picks back up right where it left
like,
off. I
yeah,
have
we each
friends like
have different journeys in our life. Like we get new friends, we recycle friends, we come back to old friends, we put friends on pause. We got to figure out our lives too, like,
right.
and grow ourselves on our own. And then nobody should be getting mad at growth, you know?
Right. Honestly, it's like being that we're grown now, it's like you can't talk to your friends every day.
Yeah.
Hold on. I hope it didn't mess me up. I'll edit it out if it did.
It did.
Hold, hold on.
Well, this is a real interview. This is very organic, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's like
Like my daughter came in,
fucking
I spoke
coffee.
to my nanny.
Yeah, I
You
like
know,
this.
people are
That's
gonna like that.
right.
People are gonna like
That's
it.
what I want all of my interviews to feel like. You not it doesn't
Like, I
feel
didn't come on here with makeup, acting like, oh my god. And no, this is like real organic. This is me,
right. I
me.
started not to do makeup either because I'm like, she has a skincare line. Let's just be fresh faced. Like, because you're always, I noticed on your Instagram, you're always fresh faced.
Yeah, like I feel like if you don't like me for me, like you're gonna like me for this fake person, then it's not gonna work because
Right.
I'm
Oh,
unapologetically me.
right. So back to the show. When okay, so how did this situation was this like fake as well, where it Astrid threw the drink in your face and then you ended up as revenge
So that
talking
was the
to
thing.
Michael?
I was ready for a good night. I had to go somewhere after the show. Me and Matisha, like, like, sorry, like I had to go somewhere after the show. I had like plans. I was just coming to film and be out. Like, I didn't think, I know me and Astrid were gonna confront each other because I heard she talked shit about me, but I didn't think she was like gonna throw a drink in my face, you
Fucking
know?
drink.
Like, yeah, I didn't know it was gonna go left. But when she did that, like we're on TV, man.
Mhm.
A million people are gonna see that. You think I'm gonna like stay here like a weirdo, like especially I'm a black woman. You're like
Yeah,
Spanish, like fair
but you
skinned,
know
and
everybody's gonna look at her as white. You already know
yeah,
that.
everybody's gonna look at her right, and I'm gonna let you sun me like that in front of the whole world, like.
Right.
But I grew, I learned.
Mhm.
Violence is never the right
It was in that moment though. Yeah.
resolution to problems, and I've learned that because I end up looking crazier than her in the end, So
I don't think so, but that could just be, I feel
yeah,
like in
people
black
like
culture, we
tell
like,
me jokes like, "Oh, don't go crazy."
God, hold on.
Stop, right?
Good Lord. Huh?
Your boyfriend.
No, girl, I ain't got no man, sadly. But we'll talk about that after this. Let me text her to stop calling me. Um, okay, so let's skip to the conversation you had in the car with your mom,
Yeah.
where basically she was like, you know how moms they always give us this conversation like, oh, if you keep your legs closed and wait for the
She
right
always tells me
man,
that.
he'll
But
come. Like, huh? Does she still get hound on you and give the same kind of advice?
my mom's always been like that since I've been a girl. Like it's just
Mhm.
like if you give it to a guy too quick, he's gonna leave quicker. If
Yeah,
you make him work, he's gonna appreciate what he has and he's gonna stay longer.
right.
She's always been like that. My mom's very straightforward. All my friends come to my house to for my mom's advice.
Mhm.
My brother's friends too. My mom's the kind of mom that gets along with the young generation. You come
Yeah.
to my house to to come to come to come chill basically, and then my
Mhm.
mom will be there and she'll give advice like in my days or if
So
this
like she cooks
that
for everybody and
yeah.
talk.
To this day, like my friends have relationship issues, they'll call my mom. They'll be like, I'm gonna call your moms and stuff. Like I'm pretty good at advice. They'll be like, but I'm gonna call your mom. Like my mom's really good and she'll ask you, she'll be like, yo, like did you give him that pee? In my day, it took 3 months for us to even give up even a little like for the men to even taste or glimpse.
Right.
3 months. And I was like, damn, after 2 weeks, I'm going crazy.
Right.
Like, like
Have you tried her way?
what I
Have you
needed.
ever
Yeah,
tried
I
spice?
tried it. I tried it.
How
I
did it
tried
work?
it.
How did it
And it
turn
does
out?
work. I didn't last 3 months. I'll last to a month,
Uh-huh.
month and a half. Like I'll travel or go somewhere else to make it last longer. Cause I'm the type of girl, if I'm attracted to you and you're attracted to me and we're dating and stuff, I'm a grown ass woman.
Right.
Like, I'm a Scorpio, I'm a water sign. I gotta feel. I gotta feel like the conversation gotta be right, the sex gotta be right, everything gotta be right. So if conversation is right, what's next? Personality's right. What's next is the
Right.
feeling part. So
Right.
it's like, damn, I'm gonna have to wait 3 months. And that's how men are. Men are like dogs. If you give them the bone too quick,
Mhm.
they'll go look for another bone to pick at. Like,
Right. Especially
sad,
in the
but
athlete world, how long do you feel like a girl should hold out? Like there's girls that probably don't are like willing to give it up right away.
I
How
just
long?
feel like you got to get to know the person to know if this is a person that you can deal with and want to be with. And some people like me, I can get to know a person in 1 week and know my vibe with you if we're gonna be something, if we're gonna ever whatever, whatever, whatever.
Right.
Depends on what type of girl you are.
Mhm.
But like I think um you should hold on from having sex for a good month.
Right.
A good month. If you can't, try to go to 3 weeks.
Right.
It's not even 3 weeks. It's not even the time. Try to get in like at least 5, 6, 7 day meetups, like
Right.
dates, like real dates where wine and dine comes and picks you up, opens your car door, drops you home. Like try to get, because one thing about men, they'll give you everything before they sleep with you. They'll give you money, they'll give you dates, they'll give you their time, they'll come see you every day, they'll bring you gifts. But once they sleep with you, and if they didn't like you like that, they won't give you shit anymore. So if
Right.
you're a woman that you need help or you want a man to secure you and stuff like that, don't give him what he needs,
Mhm.
because once he get what he wants, he's gonna be out. So wait
That's so
till you
crazy.
give it to him when you get what you need, what you want, because he's about to get what he wants, you
Mhm.
know?
And there's
So
some smooth talking men out here.
yeah, smooth
Okay.
talking man.
So my next question is finding out you were pregnant on the season finale.
Oh my God, girl. I've been pregnant though. I was pregnant for like 1 month. That's why I was so low key at the wedding. I wore that big dress. I was hanging out with Darnell's daughter. They were going to film without me, and I was staying in the room and stuff like that. But I had to express it to the world that
Mhm.
I was pregnant, and the best person to help me express it was Darnell, because from what she told me, I didn't know her when she had a hard pregnancy, and she was a very emotional, and she was very up and downish, and her relationship was rocky too. That's when it all got rocky. The same thing with me, and I just didn't understand. I thought babies enhanced relationships. Our
Right.
relationship. Some men can't handle when their woman is pregnant. They go out and cheat more, or they just don't want a baby with you. Like they wanted you without a baby, but they just don't want a baby with you right
Right.
now. So Darnell, that's why I'm saying that I'll forever love her, because she always saw herself in me when she was younger. So she's been through these situations before. So she helped me understand what I was feeling and how it was only temporary. And when your child is here, you'll see things differently and you'll be a great mother, and it's instilled in you. She told me everything, like how I am today, everything that I would be today,
She
that I would
basically
come,
spoke
and I
it.
didn't understand. I was just emotional and very scared. Like she
Hmm.
spoke it. She was like, "This is what's gonna happen. This is what happened to me. It's gonna happen to you too." I was like, "I don't see it.
Yeah.
I just see myself being pregnant for a guy that I'm not sure about or he's not sure about, but like I'm a grown ass woman. Like abortions are for like young girls, like like like
Because
that's
you
kind
can
of
take care of your baby. Yeah. If
yeah,
like,
like it's so irresponsible if you're grown and then you have an abortion. Like you do whatever you want, but my view is like if you can take care of your baby, if you're financially good, like babies are not that expensive. It's teenagers and grown women that are expensive. You're
right.
gonna spend a little on diapers, but if you have a job, if you're good, if you're stable, you have somebody to help you, you have good parents, you have friends around you, stuff like that. This is what we're built for. We're women. This
Right.
is the gift God gives us to bear children. So don't neglect that. Some people can't have that.
Okay. Well, this is gonna roll into our fan questions because girl, they want to get up all in your business.
All my business.
Yeah. Okay. So the first question I'm gonna ask you, how did they said how did she meet her baby daddy?
I met my baby daddy. I told you about the Salomon Kalou, his name is. He's
Uh-huh.
one of my best guy friends. He was dating my friend, which was Miss Haiti Universe, like you know
Uh-huh.
Miss Universe, but Miss Haiti.
Yeah.
And we became good friends. And then I met my baby daddy through him. He kept on,
Oh.
baby daddy kept on nagging him like, I want to meet this girl. And then he called me, and then my baby daddy was jumping in the background. And then he ended up coming to Miami. We met. I came to Paris, went to Dubai. Like we just, me and my baby daddy, we had a lot of fun. That was my fun relationship.
Uh-huh.
We traveled, we had fun, we turned up. I
Did you
didn't, I,
ever expect anything to be like,
oh, I didn't think he would be the guy like I would ever marry or have a baby with. That was like my boo thing, you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
the boo thing. Like
Mhm.
my boo thing got me pregnant.
Right. Were
That's
you
what it
seeing
was.
other boos, or he was just like the side, but the
He
favorite boo
was seeing
baby?
other boos. He was seeing definitely seeing other boos. He's a very famous, rich, young soccer player. Like
Yeah.
he was seeing other boos, but like me, like when I'm into a person, I'm into a person. Like I can't juggle from one person to another. When I'm in love, I'm in love. I'm a Scorpio. I love hard. So I was into him, but I knew he had other women, but like I knew it wasn't exclusive like that with him. So I couldn't tell him what to do. I was afraid that if I told him what to do, he wouldn't fuck with me no more. It was kind of young insecurity issues that us young women we go through. But like now I would never accept that from no man, you know. I know my worth, I'm grown, I'm getting my own money, like I don't need you for shit. Like I know my worth, I grew. I have self-love, self-dignity. It's different now. But like,
How
yeah, that was
long did you guys like after you had the baby? Is that when you guys became a like what was it like telling
that we
it
became official when I got pregnant.
like okay.
It was like, you know what? Like, I'm having a baby. He told me I was
Did
having a
he
girl.
have any kids?
No, he told
Okay.
me I'm having a girl. I said, no, I'm having a boy. He's like, when he was younger, his uncle was like a prophet or something. He said, your first kid is gonna be a girl. And like he just wants to do things differently. He's Muslim, so he wants to move in together. He wants to do it right. He wants to be a family for his baby. And like,
Right.
of course, he loves me too. He didn't think we would end up doing our lives like this,
Mhm.
but like for our baby, we'll make the sacrifice.
And
Like
is that when you moved to London, right?
yeah. Before that, we've been with each other, like messing around and traveling for 6 years. So
Wow.
we really knew each other. It's not like we chose random people to have kids with. He's like, I know you very well. You know me. Like, he knows my brother. He knew my mom. I knew his brothers. I knew his mom. Like, we already knew, like, we were already in each other's life. So it's like, it wasn't like, a random person that like just got me knocked up or like an athlete that just got me knocked up. I was kind of blessed and lucky that it was him because we already had established not a permanent relationship, but we were there, you know.
So are you guys still on good terms? That's another
I
question.
moved to London when I had the baby when I was pregnant, yeah. And we're co-parenting.
Mhm.
We're co-parenting. I can't say we're on good terms because having a baby daddy and having a baby mama is like having a whole sister, brother, or like a relationship too. So
Mhm.
and it's hard because you have a child involved and like it's just hard. You fight a lot, you agree to disagree, especially when we're no longer together. We broke
Right.
up. Um
Did
we
he
agreed.
make it hard for you to leave, or was the like
Yeah,
breakup
he made it hard. I had to go to court. He didn't
like,
want me to leave London and he didn't want me to leave with her. So I went to court
well,
for a
you
year.
didn't want to be out there by yourself either.
Exactly. And I'm American. I'm Haitian, but I'm American. All my
Right.
friends are in America. I didn't want to move back to Miami. I wanted to come to LA. I'm in LA right now.
Right.
Um, because I'm like, if I'm not gonna be with you, like he wanted me to be a housewife and all that. I was doing that housewife stuff for like 2 years and a half.
Like
If I'm
it.
not with you, then I'm gonna kill it in this business world. I'm gonna go try to get another business TV deal. I'm gonna
How
become
was
a
how was
multi-millionaire.
the housewife life? Did you like it, or would you do that shit again? Or for the right man, would you do it
For
again?
the right man, I will do it 100%. But like I was getting cheated on in the house. Like it's like as the WAGs, the fact that we put these men on a pedestal, which they're humans and stuff, like it's an insecurity issue. Like, oh, if I leave, another girl is gonna take your place. Yeah, another girl's gonna take your place, but nobody's ever gonna be you.
Right.
Like nobody's ever like you. Like
Right.
there's no two yous. So if you leave, that's his loss. He's gonna make that bitch go through the same shit you went through, and he's gonna miss you, and then he's gonna come back crying, but it's gonna be too late. That's what always happens. Like
Right.
that's just the circle of energy. That's how shit happens in life. Like, you know? So it's like women are so insecure that they feel that they can't get it without a man that's getting it. And they're so lazy, like, oh, if I go out there, I'm not gonna have shit, so might as well stay in my position and play my position so I can still get what I need financially from this man. And I do love him, and I don't want him to go out cheating on me, or just no bitches know that he's single and it just come to her house and stuff because I have a kid. When like there's a lot of shit that goes on, and like you sit here with this man unhappy and drive yourself crazy because
You
you don't want
lifestyle,
another woman to take your place. But like, how low do you see yourself
self-esteem.
as a human, as like depending on this man? Go get your own money, get your own millions. And that's what made my baby daddy respect me later on. Like when I was leaving, he was like, oh, you'll never find a nigga like me, no nigga's gonna take care of you like me.
Oh,
But
brother.
I'm a hustler and I have my own start. I came out here, now he's like looking at me like, damn, like in a couple of years I'm gonna be leaning on you for help.
Right.
Like, you know, like I came out here and fucked shit up, and I'm getting my own coins now, and I'm free and I'm happy, and I'm dating who I want to date and be happy with who I want to date. And I'm not dating people for titles or what their job are, and I don't have to restrict myself because I'm going to make him look bad, or I have an image to uphold, even if he's cheating on me. I got to support him. And so, no, I ain't got to fucking go through that hell anymore.
Right.
Jesus. Sleeping at night knowing that nigga's on the phone with other bitches, he's flying, he's going out, he's gonna be with another girl, he's selling another girl, but I I'm the prize because I'm the one sleeping in the house. Ooh,
Right.
like you got me fucked up. This built a cancer in my head. Like
Right.
it makes me sick. Every time the man steps out, you think he's gonna go fuck another bitch or be with another woman or
When
replace you.
did that finally hit you where that was your thought
It's
process?
been hitting me. I just didn't want to leave because you have people in your head, oh, don't leave. He's gonna bring another woman in the house, like constant battling with yourself. I was going to postpartum, and how am I gonna raise this little baby on my own? I never wanted to raise, that's why I had a child at 30, because I never wanted to be a single mother. Like
Right.
that wasn't my plans. But like life will take you to great places, and society tends to make things look bad when it's not bad, it's just a journey. The
Right.
journey takes you great places. So like we
Right.
tend to stress about things that we're not supposed to stress about. We're just to let it go and let it be and let it guide you.
Right. Here's
So
the
as women, we tend to be insecure and think that like we give these men our power and make them think and make we start believing it, that you have to stay with a man because he has control over your life and he's financially supporting you. And then no, the nigga has to respect you, he has to love you, he has to be loyal to you, and he can't be sticking his dick that he's sticking in you anywhere else, because there's STDs, there's COVID now, there's a bunch of shit. Like,
yeah.
all right, some niggas slip up, but they really love their wives too. And like, they won't let, like, they'll do it cleanly. Like, you'll never know. Like, if you that type of nigga, I respect you. But like, if where
Do
we
you
have
believe in
intuition,
what Megan James said on this show? Saw a snippet of it where it was like she believes in cheating respectfully. Like she's not saying like cheat
I,
on
I,
me.
I, I won't repeat it though. Because once you repeat it, the niggas will be like, okay, now we got to find out a way to like do it smartly and just like she's accept. No, it's not right. But if you're gonna think it in your head and if you're gonna do it, you have somebody at home with your children that you love, that you're scared to lose of. You want to taste this vagina, yeah, but you better lay it out like, yo, bitch, I got a wife at home. You ain't gonna get my number. I ain't gonna see you after this. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and then I'm out. You're never hearing from me. You can't get no pictures, no nothing. I'm gonna use my condom and yeah. But that's for the guy to keep it to himself. Like, I'm not even gonna support it or even
Yeah.
say it like, oh, I'll accept my nigga cheat. No, because I won't.
Yeah.
And I don't want to think about my nigga cheating on me, because if I think about it, I drive myself
Until you
crazy.
closing your eyes again.
Yeah. Because I would get so mad. Like, I won't even say that. I didn't like the fact that she said it, that she was so uncomfortable with saying it,
I
because she
was
knows
like, no, you're
she's
not
in
even
love with a man and he
you're
goes
not
cheat
supposed
on
to
her.
Yes,
she's
that.
gonna be devastated, you know?
Right, right,
So it's cool that she was saying it like to be a real nigga, like, oh, if it's whatever, whatever. But we're women, like, you know damn well you don't want your man to cheat on you, you don't want to know about it, whatever, whatever. But I guess she's a very vocal woman, but me, I wouldn't say it because I don't want to manifest that. Your words are very powerful.
right,
Whatever you put out there in the universe, it can manifest. So if you're saying that you're cool with your man cheating on you as long as you don't know, then you're gonna manifest that type of man. I'm
right.
not cool with that. I don't want a man cheating on me. I want me to be the apple of your eye.
I need
The
women to
diamond.
hold these niggas more accountable.
Yeah, the diamond. So I need to manifest that kind of man, and I need to put that in the universe.
Right.
But to men, like in your heads, if you're gonna do it, if you're the cheating type of nigga, like, and if you love your wife, you don't want her to leave you,
Right.
then
Act right.
all right.
Okay, another question is, what valuable info did you take away from the show?
Um, I learned that everything is not what it seems.
Mhm.
Everything is not what it seems. Money can't buy happiness. A relationship with money involved cannot buy happiness. Um, um, Alcohol can't fix your problems.
Mhm.
Um, um, don't ever judge a book by its cover. You never know what people are going through, no matter how shiny they look.
Mhm.
Um, um, don't attack people when you live in a glass house. This goes for me. I had I was doing that a lot, but due to traumatic experiences I've been through since I was a kid, like I had to heal. When I got on the show, I was in a healed person. So I was pointing fingers too because people were pointing fingers at me. When people point fingers at you, just laugh and cool it because
How did you
karma,
overcome that? Did you like do therapy or you just had good friends
I
around?
just worked on me. I sat with my pain and
Mhm.
then I went through my pain. If you don't sit with your pain, you're going to mask your pain
Mhm.
and you're never going to get to the problem, the root of all the problems. So I sat with my pain and I got to know me as a human being. And I got to, by sitting with my pain, I grew even more love for myself. And I understood myself as a woman and I understood things that I wouldn't accept and things that I would accept. And I started to manifest the type of love, the type of man, the type of life, and the stuff that I wanted in my life, abundance and all of that. And then I repressed the anger naturally by just doing that, by just grounding myself more. And I stayed away from people that started drama, from people that would put me in that element. I just changed my life. You
Mhm.
know, I kept to myself. I focused on myself, and that just represses the anger. And then I just saw like, wow, I was really in a dark place,
Right.
and I'm not there anymore. I'm not saying that other stuff don't show
How
up.
does that feel? Do you feel just
Feel
refreshed?
great. I feel womanly. I feel like a black, beautiful woman. That's why I can even come here and then be with no makeup because like I know my worth. I know what I have to offer because I found it inside of me. What God instilled in me, everybody, like we're out searching for stuff when everything we need is inside of us. We have the power. We just have to manifest it out of us. And
Amen.
like I just learned to do that and I sat with myself and then just life just got better and I understood life and I started seeing people as like anything a person has or against you or does has nothing to do with you. Only what you do has to do with you. So if a person is mad at you because of something you did, that's their problem. They need to get over what they're going through or what emotional trials they're going through or whatever.
Mhm.
You need to take care of yourself,
Right.
you know? So I learned that and just life got more understanding and then
Right.
it just started going like a ball and then not getting mad or upset for certain things that people do to me like you things you can't control, you know,
Mhm.
like I started not getting mad for stuff like that. Like I started not butting into people's business. I started minding my own business. I just started like loving myself more, man. It's crazy, but that's what I did. Like I grew. It comes, that's growth. That's growth.
It sounds
You
like
gotta
you.
want the best for yourself.
Right.
You gotta the goal is to become the best version of yourself. So
Mhm.
how are you gonna do that? You gotta sit with yourself and stop blaming other people and stop blaming stuff. Like we're so easy to blame, oh, I'm like this because no, you're like this because of yourself. You're
Mhm.
like this because you need to fix something in yourself or something happened in your past or something that you need to sit and understand what happened and just like move forward and heal that part of yourself. It
Right.
has nothing to do with anybody. It's you, your own accountability.
Right.
So
'Cause
when
when
you
you die in that box alone, honey. Ain't nobody
yeah,
coming with you.
nobody ever does things to you. You let people do things to you. Your
Right.
mindset, how you see things, no matter what people do, you let them do things to you. So once you start like taking your spiritual life and your spiritual journey more serious and you start understanding the real meaning of living,
Mhm.
everything is just like you grow, man.
And it
Nothing
falls
is what
into
it seems. Nothing is as serious as it seems. Never take anything too personal. Never expecting from people. Just live life. Take care of you. Take care of your mental health. That's like very important, and your real health. And then everything you want to manifest, speak it into existence. Try to meditate, light incense, listen to better music, enjoy life. Be around people that make you laugh and that you love.
right.
Like be around your kids. Avoid drama. Like you know
Right.
what do you like?
Unfortunately, I work for the drama. Oh,
Yeah, you
girl.
work for the drama, but if you work for it, you have to learn to separate it.
Yeah, that's why sometimes I catch
Yeah.
myself
If
like,
that's the job you want to do, then that's the job you want to do. But you're gonna like I can see you as a talk show host or something like that, like later on in your life or something like, if that's something you want to do, cool. But like you're a very unproblematic person. You seem like you're very two-sided. You hear story, and you're like, nobody's wrong. So
mhm.
you'll be good at it,
Yeah, I
So
think perspective on
you're not
both.
a tiki barber.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, this one.
Bash people just because it's your job.
Right.
But
Okay, my next question they have, if E Network got their act together, would you go back for another season?
well, I heard Kim Kardashian is putting together a project, a WAGS reunite, but one show, and she's gonna pick a handful from all the shows and do her own. That was the word on the street since last year. There was an email sent to a couple people, and the people that got the email said I was on the list, and they reached and they told me about it. And
Okay.
they said if I have any upcoming shows, put everything on hold because Kim is working on that. So I don't
You need
know.
to get me in there with her, child, so I can
Yeah,
help.
yeah, yeah. If ever, I'll put you on. If ever that goes in, I'll be to do it, but on my own terms, coming in as a
Of course.
businesswoman, a mother, not a hothead. I'm still not to be fucked with though,
Yeah.
but I ain't gonna do no throwing glasses. No, I'm gonna walk away if something's not my way because I'm gonna make sure I
Don't let
put
no
that
bitch
in the
throw no
contract.
drink
Like
at
I ain't
you.
about exactly. And then I know like how
Not gonna
alcohol
have Black
goes with
Twitter
me. Like
coming
I'm
at
not an
you,
alcoholic.
Hencha.
Yeah, I'm a problematic person when alcohol gets in my system. So I'm not about to be drinking on TV like they were making us drink. And now I have my head on my shoulders and I know what I want and I don't like. So I'll come with my own rules if it ever makes a comeback.
Right. Okay, let's see what other questions they have. A lot of these we kind of answered. Not them asking how many bodies do you have. Ladies don't
I
tell
don't
that.
know. It's not even don't tell. I was never the type to count my bodies. So how
Right,
do I have a 33 grown ass woman? I
right,
gotta go count since I lost my virginity, how many niggas I slept with, like, or men I slept with. Like
right.
I got other shit I've been worried about my whole life. I haven't been keeping count. I'm sorry.
Right.
I
Okay.
haven't been keeping count.
There's your answer, boo. Let me see what else they got in here.
Count.
I guess they want to know what happened to Wags, like what really happened behind the scenes.
Apparently, there was a new executive at E Entertainment, and he just didn't like the way the show was like ghetto. Like E Entertainment is mostly like a sheltered network where like there's no like black people like that. It's not like a love and hip hop show or like a
Is he
VH1
loving
type of
hip hop
network.
though?
So they didn't like the image of the show, but really like it was really racist. Like
That's
they
what I
didn't
think.
judge black people on one show and then we were acting wild. Like it was just too much. Like,
Hensha, you know
so
what
they couldn't
got y'all
handle
out
it.
of there? When Ashley told that girl, bitch, you want to look like me? My
Yeah.
lips, my hair. They said, oh, get these black bitches out of here.
Yeah.
Gotta
Yeah. But
go.
it's true. Like, no offense to white women or whatever, but like before back in the day, nobody liked big butts, nobody liked small waist, nobody
Full
liked
lips.
little button noses, nobody liked big lips. Like it was all like ill aspects. No, like
Mhm.
everybody does everything to look like a black woman, which
Right.
I don't. I'm not a person like I'm not judging white women. I'm not that type because I have white friends too. that do surgery or whatever, but it's true though. It's
It
true.
is like I feel like they gotta own it. All the
Yeah.
feature, and then that's why I think a lot of Black women, like on my blog, Hencha, I don't know if you ever read the comments, but I swear to God, it seemed like I'm like the president of Black Twitter for the WAGS world, because I'm trying to create diversity, but it seems like if I post anybody white, my comments
Yeah,
is
because we feel like, well, Black women, we feel like whenever these niggas get a little money, they want to go towards white women. But that's very biased too, because I know a lot of Black men that will not fuck with white women or his light
right.
skin. They're unapologetically Black women. Like they
Mhm.
gotta be a Black woman to their mother. Like it's no question asked. So it's just who you pick and choose to date, you know? Like
Right.
it's like,
But
but
I feel like sometimes my viewers, I feel like they choose to only see what they want sometimes.
yeah,
I'm
because in America, Black culture is popular culture everywhere
Mhm.
in the world. Like Black culture, hip hop culture, every Black person that's famous or in the media is lit. So like we Black people, we put it out there like it's lit to be Black. So like if anybody else comes in trying to be like us and they're not Black, we're gonna be like, you the ops.
right.
But it's just a mind frame. Like everybody's human, you know. That if we're gonna do that, then we can't get mad that they don't like us neither. Like, you know, it's like we're all human. Everybody just should like we didn't choose our skin color. Like
Right.
you don't choose who you fall in love with. As long as there's no racist nothing going on, it's okay. Like, you know, as
Right.
long as there's no like you feel like the white person or the Spanish person putting a Black person down or the Black there ain't no racism going on. We good.
Right.
We good.
They want to know if you can speak on it. They want to know what happened with Ashley and Darnell. Everyone notices that they're not friends
No,
and
I don't feel like I should speak on it. It's not my business.
right.
But they're still cool. I just feel like sometimes just like me and Matisha, her God bless her mother died the other day, and then I hit her up. I sent my condolences. Like I felt bad. Like it's such a you just get to a point in your life where you outgrow people.
Hmm.
And I'm not saying who outgrew who, but like
Hmm.
life is very tricky. You don't know where you're gonna be with. You don't know if you're gonna stay with your partner, if you're not gonna stay. You don't know if you're gonna be friends with your friends you have now. Like you just outgrow people, but that doesn't mean nobody hates each other. That doesn't mean
Yeah.
nobody has beef with you. You just outgrow people. And I'm not gonna speak on their personal issues because I don't really know.
Hmm.
That's the part where I don't be getting in people's business. Like
Yeah.
my friendship with you is my friendship with you. Like I never really sat with both of them to find out like what went on. I just accepted what's going on. I'm still friends with both of them.
Right.
um I still like love both of them. I appreciate both of them. um I'm
So who
closer
all
to
do you
Darnell.
stay in contact with from the show? Because that's a big
That's what I
question.
was gonna say. I'm closer to Darnell.
Uh-huh.
I'm closer to Darnell. I'm close to Faven. That's it. Darnell and Faven. Ashley, I still talk to her from time to time. She checks up on us because we had our kids around the same time. We
Mhm.
never had beef. She's a beautiful Black woman. She thinks the same of me. We never had issues. I'm not the type to not to beef with her because she's beefing with somebody else. Like she never gave me problems, but we were never like BFFs. We are always like friends. We cool. Darnell, like I would go to Darnell's house. I'll go sleep over at Darnell's house. I'll do this. Darnell knows my mom. She calls my mom mom. Like, you know, it's like
Mhm.
a different friendship, but like
Right.
I just feel like you outgrow people and
Right.
then you have new friends or you just outgrow
Especially
people.
when you hit a different level in your life. And
Yeah, I don't think it's about level or money. It's just about your spiritual growth, your own journey, like, you know, and they outgrow each other. They have different friends now. They both they're doing good. Like Ashley just bought a new house. Darnell just got married. Like they're in really good chapters in their lives. So like
I have a
as
feeling
long
they'll
as
make it
everybody's
back.
happy and healthy. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Maybe
another
you never know.
question,
Maybe they'll get back together later on. You never know where life brings you, man.
right? Especially
Mhm.
that we're older too.
Yeah.
So another question is, what would be your advice for a first time WAG making the big step of moving in or following their man where like ever he goes, I guess.
Um, make sure that you know who he is. Make
Mhm.
sure that you're not blinded by the life. by the jewelry, because a man will use that to keep you, and not use respect or loyalty. They feel like women are money hungry, so
Mm,
they'll pull you in with the money, you
mm,
know, without you knowing them and stuff, and then you get blinded, you'll pull in, and then when you find out who he really is, you'll either feel stuck or you'll feel like you made a wrong decision. So make sure like you really get to know your partner before
right,
you move in with him or go or follow, and make sure like don't ever drop your dreams for somebody else, because somebody that loves you will support your dreams, and when you have your dreams and that person has their dreams, together combined is an explosion. So make sure you always have your craft in hand and you're always doing your own thing, because men hate when you give up on they want to get you to that point to make you give up for them, so they're the priority. But they love a hardworking ass woman that if they break their leg, that she got it. Men love that. The
mm,
new generation men, what the era we're living, nobody likes a broke bitch anymore. Everybody likes a bitch getting it, because every woman out here is getting it. No women, like we're in an era where women are not depending on men like that anymore. Women are out here getting their own, and that's what men are appreciating now. So no man likes a bum bitch staying home, unless you have a lot of kids, that's your job. But
right,
like if you ain't got kids, men like women with hustle, because he knows if something happens to him, he can lean on you. So that's where his respect will come for you. So
right.
always make a name with yourself. Never be a begging bitch. Never be a bitch that lays on him for life. Like you need him for everything. Men don't like that. Even when they got it like that, they don't like. They like to see their woman strive. That's where their respect is gonna come in for you. So just make sure you don't give up on your dreams because of your man. You bring your dreams with you. Don't give up. Make him see your worth, you know?
Right. Someone said, did she settle her lawsuit with Yes Jules? And does she
Yes, I won, baby.
okay,
I,
what happened? Because
I
I didn't know what they were talking about.
it's a long story. I can't even go into it. It's a long story. This girl, she claimed I extorted her and stuff like that. I I don't know how to extort people. One, I don't know how to hack into people's phone. Two, I just stuck myself in a situation that I shouldn't have talked. I knew these people that had her phone, that
Mhm.
she gave them the phone and they took her videos. And I called her and I called her. I took the responsibility and called her because something like that had happened to me. I knew her and I told her about it. So the fact that I knew them and she was scared to go to them, she sent cops to me. So the cops were trying to make me snitch on these people,
Mhm.
which I'm not a snitch, and it's not my business. Like I don't know them like that, and I don't know you like that, but I felt like it was my duty to tell you because the sex tapes came out, they released it, and
Mhm. You were trying to be a good person.
yeah, but the fact that they couldn't get to these people, like nobody was snitching. I wasn't snitching. I was ready to go down. Like, I was like, I'm not a snitch. Like, I didn't do shit. So the fuck am I gonna talk about?
Right.
Like, I didn't do shit. I knew about something, but I guess in America, when you know something, they're gonna come after you so
Oh
you can
yeah,
speak.
girl.
Like, I knew about something. I told her about something. I didn't like so they claimed that I was the one that took her phone. And in the court of law, I was the one that took the phone. I extorted her because there was no other names like that. There was another guy
No,
involved,
no.
but he didn't want to snitch on the people that told them neither. So nobody was trying to snitch. We felt that we didn't do shit. So if we have a lawyer, you better work and prove that we didn't do shit. So they proved that we didn't do shit. She went online, lied. She knew the whole story, kept on crying, asking for people's help, crying, faking it so she can get money out of people. Then you were so mad that your sex tape came out, but then you went on OnlyFans showing your butt. Like till today, she shows her butt. She's getting a lot of money
She
for it. Like
seems very
you know what I'm
problematic.
saying? Yeah, she's very problematic. And I always told her that I'll tell my story. My story, I just feel like I won the case since in October, case is closed. I won it and everything. But I just felt like I'm in a different space in my life. I don't even have to go back there. I just let it go. I'm like, karma will fix people like that.
Mhm.
And during the show, all that was happening. People didn't know if I did the crime or not, but I always told them I didn't do it. You guys will hear my story one day. But yeah, it's settled. I'm not in jail, thank God, for something that I didn't
I
do.
know.
As a black woman, they could have taken me down directly, but I had a good judge, I had a good lawyer. There was no evidence in the case. Then she went to mess up her image by
How long did she string this along? This
like
whole
4 years.
3 years.
4 years.
Oh, 4 years. Ooh.
Yeah. So yeah, case closed. There's no case anymore, and like I'm blessed.
Amen. So
Yeah.
so let's talk about your business and everything you have going on. Like what's life
Yes.
like after all this BS? Like I know you have your skincare line. What's it called? Hencha?
Hencha Beauty Skincare.
Mhm,
It's a skincare, an organic skincare line based off in LA.
mhm.
It's manufactured in LA. It's for any race. It's for people with problematic skin, with
Mhm.
blemishes, with skin sun spots, with acne spots.
I have
It's like a
pigmentation. Like
pigmentation.
I should
It's like
take
a
I should get
magic
my makeup wipes and show you what I got going on.
it's like a magic no, don't do that because you're gonna get mad because you're gonna have to redo it. But I know what you mean. Like it's like a magic eraser. It just tones your skin to be one color and
Oh,
it makes your pores smaller.
mhm.
Like it just fixes your skin how you had skin when you were a kid, you
Wow.
know?
Yeah.
So um so yeah, like it's
How long
doing
did it take for you to test everything and
a couple months. It probably took like 5 months
mhm,
like to launch it and to test everything, but my manufacturers are manufacturers for other big companies,
mhm.
so I use their products before I chose to go into the skincare business. And yeah,
Did
like
you have
it's
to put
doing
a
very
lot of money into it, like for women that want to?
good. Yeah, I put a if that's what I'm saying, like you save. If that nigga's giving you money, save. Don't go buy those Birkins. Don't go buy those designer. Save, start your business, and you can use your business to buy your stuff.
Right.
A man will respect you more that way because
Mhm,
you made something out of something he gave you. You didn't just wear it, you know?
mhm.
So like yeah, it took a lot of money. And it's growing, you know. I expect it one day to be at Sephora or on
Oh, I
that
can
level.
see that. The
Yeah,
packaging looks like it's really nice, like how
it's
you
good.
did everything.
I picked everything from scratch. The best part of it is the product. It's not even the packaging. The product is like magic. Like you see my skin, I don't need no makeup.
Yeah,
Like
it
I
looks so good.
just once you have good skin, you're just so confident.
Yeah, for me, I was like, I want to get to the moment where you know how just filling in your eyebrows, lip gloss, and lashes, and you feel good to go. I always look at certain girls and be like, damn, like I wish I could feel confident like that. Like I'm
Yeah.
not like one of those people who wear makeup all the time. Like, oh, you gonna catch this ugly
Well,
one day
babe,
or another.
Hencha Beauty skincare will get you confident like that. So
Honey, you know I'm gonna do. I was thinking about doing like a YouTube review on it for like all the girls who
yeah,
are
let
obsessed
me
with
know.
it.
I'll send you something.
Okay, I would for sure do it.
Yeah. And I'll send you some stuff.
Okay,
But
awesome.
I'm coming out with my fitness wear line. It's ready now. I'm about to do the shoot this week. I'm coming out with my own bikini line. I'm having
Ooh.
a meeting after this to go
Are they
to
all gonna be the same name or you have a different name?
different businesses. It's
Okay.
gonna be 3 separate businesses, and that's it. I'm just business
What made you come up with the name Fricka Fit? Is that how
Africa.
you?
So
Oh,
obsessed with Africa. My daughters have African. I love African culture. Haitian culture comes from African culture. I'm just so inspired by Africa. I feel like
and
we're all from Africa.
and did
So
you create the designs yourself? Because girl, I've been
yeah,
looking at it. I'm like, this is so cute.
I made everything from scratch.
Uh-huh.
Didn't sleep. Yeah, I designed everything from scratch.
I'm
I have
so
a
glad
new
you're not a
collection
drop
coming out
shipping
after
type of
this.
bitch, e-commerce.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
love the
So
style because for me, I don't even like to work out if I don't feel cute, like going there. I don't know what's wrong with me.
ready. You look at my work outfits. Like I just
Is
came
that
out of
it
the
right
gym.
here?
Like
One
I
of them?
no, that's not one of them. That's
Oh,
Bow and T. I support other companies too. It's not
yeah,
because I have a company I only know.
yeah,
Like, but like I like to look cute going to the gym all the time, always.
right. Especially because you never know who's gonna be in there either. So thank you for coming on.
Of course, I had a fun time. This was good. I haven't talked about a lot of this in a long time. I'm glad. I'm glad we got to bond.